Okay, so coming into the first website, what we have here is Thrive 2020 San Jose.com. And if you take a look at their Google search ad, what you see is they have San Jose Chiropractic. Now this part right here is fine. So what I'm going to do, just to kind of keep everything in order, put a green check there. But the next part, it says chiropractor. Now that's not really doing anything to make somebody want to click on it more. Okay, I see chiropractor, and then I see chiropractor again, right? So we would want to scratch this, and the best thing for most industries and services is going to have some sort of offer there or something like that. Now after that, they had another line, and they actually had Thrive 2020 San Jose.com, which if they had a name that was a little bit easier, or not a little bit easier, if they had a name that was a little bit more indicative of being a chiropractor or dealing with auto accident injuries or dealing with back pain injuries or something like that, then I would put my website name potentially, so that I can help build the brand just in case they're searching somewhere else and they see my name again. But if your name is Thrive 2020, it's kind of like, you know, what does this have to do with being a chiropractor or helping people with back pain or auto accidents or anything like that? And you're most likely not going to, you know, at least at first, be running these ads to build a brand. You're most likely going to be doing it to get leads, especially if you're doing in-demand traffic on Google. So to put something like that, it's just kind of pointless. So we would cross out that, and we'd cross out the chiropractor. What we would want to put instead is some sort of offer. Now, if you take a look at some of the different offers that people put for some of the higher performing chiropractor ads, they put stuff like same day examination. So that can be one. I'm going to grab green or blue, I mean. So you could put same day exam. You could obviously offer a discount, so you could say, and this is one I've seen that's pretty popular that a lot of people have copied, is $29. They'll do like $29 X-ray and massage or something like that. And depending on what equipment and what your guys' specialty is, you could change this up. Now, there's going to be a bunch of other ones, and I'll go over a few more later, but essentially what we're trying to do with the Google ads, especially for, you know, chiropractors, is trying to get traffic. So this right here is the traffic portion of it. Okay, so you've got the top of your funnel right there. That's what this is. It's coming from the Google ads. Google. Now what you need after that is you need your landing page, your lead capture page, your website, whatever it's going to be. The issue is that most of the chiropractors right here, they're messing up. They're putting a home page or something like that, and it's not what you want to do. What you want to do is you want to have a sales optimized lead page, lead capture page, landing page, what have you. Depending on your service, if your service is something where they're going to call and they want to come in right away, then I would do more like a landing page and have a phone number there. And on the Google ad, I would put an ad extension. Now what the ad extensions are that a lot of the chiropractors aren't using is right below the headline, the description, is you can have a few different types of ad extensions. You could have a site link, and this will link to a service. You could have it linked to your offer, what have you. So pretend that this was the headline. We have some description here. The site link, it would be two little headlines, or actually two pretty big headlines right there. and then they would have a little bit of a description below it, and you could click that one or click that one. Another option that's good for chiropractors is a phone number. So you could put your phone number, and below the same thing here, below the headline and the description, it'll have the phone number. It'll be a little bit smaller. Another thing that you can add on to the phone number, so you can do and or the phone number and location. So location is going to be another one. And there's a ton of different ad extensions that you could try out. These are just a few of them, but these are essentially going to be your go-to. You're either going to want somebody to take a look at the headline, hopefully they click on that. If they don't, hopefully they look down below, and you're taking up more ad space. 90% of the clicks, okay, are going to the top of the Google listings, those top 3 listings. So if you aren't there, then you're missing out on a ton of traffic. And if you're able to take up more space in that top 3, then you're only going to be benefiting yourself. So moving on, now we've got the traffic, we've got all this figured out. We're going to put a site link, and we're going to link them over to one of them is going to be an offer, and the other one is going to be get quote now. Essentially they're the same thing. We're just trying to see which one the people will click on, and we'll be able to take a look at that data later and try out different options and stuff like that. And then we're going to run one ad that has the phone number, and then one ad that has the phone number and location, and just see which one of those performs the best, what people are clicking on, so on and so forth. Then we need to have a landing page, because especially the other issue is that a lot of the landing pages or home pages that these chiropractors have, and businesses in general, is they're not optimized for sales at all. They don't have any big button that says, you know, call now, get a quote, or anything like that. So we're going to want to essentially set up a website around that. Now I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to kind of erase the board, and then we're going to go over what an optimized page would look like. Alright, so like I was saying, normally when people come to chiropractors' web pages, any other business in general, usually they're taking them to the home page, and what we'll see is something like this. We'll have a website in general that looks like it's from the 1960s. Maybe if it's, you know, on the little bit better end, they'll have like a get quote thing here, but then they'll have like a million lines of text there. They'll have a horrible picture up here, and it'll be too much. There's too much going on. So we're gonna go over a little bit right now of what we would want the more sales optimized page to look like. Now, if you want to do a little bit of a sneakier tactic, and this is also the simplest tactic, what you could do is you could utilize something like leadpages.com. You could use GetResponse, and you could use what's it called, Typeform. So this is going to be to make a survey, or lead quizzes. So these two are the landing pages or lead capture pages, and these two are the surveys. Now, what the most popular method that, for example, if you're doing like a local service where people need to pick up junk, or contracting services, stuff like that, what this website Home Advisor will do is they'll have you come there, and it'll be just one simple page. It just says find experts in your area, okay? And it says put your zip code, and it's got that little box right there, and it says click submit. So you put your zip code there, click submit, and then it starts having you answer a bunch of questions, right? And these questions, they'll have anywhere from 8 to 10 questions, if not more. And having you take this little survey, what it does is once you're finished with that, you're more likely to give them your information, because your mind is just kind of like, well, I already put in all the info, I might as well give them my information. Then those pages take all of the lead data that you've put in, which is going to be your phone number, your name, and all of that, and they sell it. So when you're figuring out how you want to capture leads, you want to take a look at what those people are doing. Pages like Thumbtack, Home Advisor, Bark.com for digital services, and anything similar in your industry. And a lot of times what they're going to be relying on is essentially, I want to call it curiosity, but I don't know if that's necessarily the right word. What the Google search campaign will say is, find top experts in your area. And it'll say, like, you know, social media managers. It'll say find top chiropractors in your area, something like that. Or it'll say get a list of top chiropractors in your area, right? So after you click on that, then it'll take you to that site where all you do is put in your zip code, and then because these companies are running nationwide, then they'll be able to geo-target you and send you, well, they've already geo-targeted you. That's how they sent you to the Google search results with a specific link that said find Santa Clara chiropractors. That's another trick they use, find San Jose chiropractors. These companies are running nationwide, and they're just geo-targeting those different cities. That's one method on the Google ads, and then they're sending those leads to people in Santa Clara, San Jose, and then those guys are purchasing the lead from those sites, and those are going to be the chiropractors. Now you want to be on the other side of that. You want to be the chiropractor or the business owner that is getting those leads yourself. So obviously the method you could use is essentially making a lead capture site similar to them. Or what you can do is have it be more personally branded, where you're offering the Google ad, and then there you have an offer, and it's specific to your business. So it's a little bit more branded. And then as they come to your business page, you've got, you know, you could have a video. I would put that on the second part, and that video is to create trust. You'll have a CTA, or a call to action, right here, and I would have that be literally call now. And then you can have testimonials. So you could have some testimonials there. That'll be more along the lines of trust. And the video, that could be you showing them how you're fixing somebody, and that could operate also as kind of a logical determiner. So how it works is people are going to be making an emotional response. Okay, they see you have an offer, seems cheap, they've got, you know, back pain, whatever it is, and that's the reason they're making this emotional decision to try and find that service. And then they come to your page, and now out that they're on your website, they're trying to make a logical decision, and that logic can be, you know, they're going to use that to justify their emotional decision. So what you want to have here is actually right here on this line. I'm going to write it down here though, just because I don't have room. You could put same day appointment, you could put free consultation, and you could put like 3 or 4 things that just make your business seem, you know, super cheap. They understand the second they come on the website, okay, call now, all right, and then they look right below it. It says same day consultation, free first consultation, same day appointments, and then, or you could put an offer, whatever you're gonna do, and they're gonna be like, okay, that sounds good. And then they're gonna go down the page, and you could have information about the services you offer, and if you wanna have a really long sales funnel, and you could have services, and down there you'll put, you know, I do back stuff, I do motorcycles, so on and so forth. And hopefully through your Google ads, you are targeting your direct audience, which would be, for example, the auto accident people. If you're a clinic that specializes in that, that's why it helps to specialize. Then you can have this whole page tailored to people looking for auto accident stuff. You're not even going to put the back pain or anything like that, and you're going to create a sales funnel that matches the specific ad. And that's why there's a method with the Google ads called single keyword ad groups, and that's what you're going to use when you're doing this, and I'll go over that in another video. Whoops. But yeah, so we've got the traffic, we've got the leads to the site. Another aspect you could add to this is scarcity at the bottom by saying, hey, this deal is only going to be here for today or tomorrow, so on and so forth, while we're a new clinic or whatever you want to say. And then after that, you're going to want to follow up. So at that point, that's where you can use things like MailChimp and an integration called Zapier that works with most of the websites and stuff like that on WordPress and Wix and everything. And essentially what this tool is going to do is it's going to allow you to set up automated processes. So if somebody clicks one thing, it'll send the lead to you through text. And depending on what website creator you made, whether it was GetResponse or Lead Pages, ClickFunnels, Wix, WordPress, you're going to have to find a different plugin or a different integration based. And then on top of that, based on what you want, do you want these leads texted to you? Do you want the leads emailed to you with name, phone number? They had to fill out a whole survey, so they're a little bit more pre-qualified. Or do you just want to get the masses and you're just fine with the name and number and that's all you need? Because once you have this going and you're getting tons and tons of leads a day, 20, 30 leads a day, especially if you have multiple offices, you're going to want to eventually add a survey using the lead quizzes or type form. And the reason is because you're only going to want to be calling those warm, pre-qualified leads. You're not going to want to be calling the ones that are essentially, potentially wasting your time when you especially when you're paying somebody to call and follow up with all those leads for you. Because you're not going to just have to call them once, you're going to want to call them multiple times. So that was the first website that we were checking out today. I'm going to go over another one tomorrow. Let me know if you guys have a business you want me to check out, a website, ads that you want me to audit, anything like that. Put that down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.